Hello, my name is Martyr, and this is Let's Play Tasty Blue, and thank you for watching. Tasty Blue, guys, is a weird game, to say the least. But if you want me to give it a tag, if you're saying, Martyr, give the game a tag, I guess it's kind of like a casual action game, guys. But to be honest, I don't even know if that holds up, guys. I just want to say it's a weird game. Basically, you're a fish or a sea creature and you are eating everything. Boats, people, everything. And that is the entire game. I watched the preview. It made me laugh and kind of feel horrified at the exact same time. And that's what led to making this video, guys. That literally is the entire thing. I saw the preview, it made me laugh, and I said, you know what? I gotta check this game out. It released on Steam February 2015. Tasty Blue was developed and published by Dingo Games. You can go ahead and get Tasty Blue for the first week sale price of $5.09 or $5.99 normally, which is good because the game is kind of repetitive and they probably, well, money is a subjective thing. Charging full price, you know, for an indie game might not have been such a, I don't think I've been okay with that. But for $5.99, the stupid amount of fun you're going to have, sure. Now, guys, this game is really simple. I mean, really simple, but it's stupidly addictive and it's fun, guys. But I'm just going to warn you right now, if you have any interest in this game, check your brain at the door because you're not going to need it when playing Tasty Blue. It's just one of those games you're just going to veg out on, drool, and then play, guys. If you have a problem with that type of gameplay, if you have a problem doing that type of thing, you might want to pass up Tasty Blue because Tasty Blue is definitely a game that you're not going to want to pay too much attention to. It's just a game you definitely want to check your brain at the door. How about that? I'm just going to say that. Now let's go, of course, start off with the options, guys. We have 5 different difficulties here, which is actually pretty awesome because I played it on normal, and basically there's other creatures that'll try to, like, you know, nip at you and they'll drain you of health essentially, and that could kind of it basically kind of prevents you from growing faster. But at deadly, the highest difficulty in this game, if you get in the range of any monster that is bigger than you, you are instantly eaten and have to start the board over again, which adds a really, I would say, a hardcore quality to this game, guys. For the people looking for a challenge, you have those 5 different difficulties for you to enjoy. This game also is extremely family friendly, extremely kid friendly. Anybody can play this game for sure. But if you do have plans on letting a little kid play this game, I'd suggest that you turn down the carnage. And carnage basically is every time you eat something, how much blood there is, how much explosions are happening. So, you know, if you want to let a little kid play it, probably want to turn that off and turn out the blood and all that kind of thing, and the screaming and all that. But I'm going to jack it up to high for the purposes of this video because it's hilarious to me. I think it's hilarious. As far as controls goes, the Steam page says that the game features partial controller support. My controller was not detected at all. I don't know what controllers are referring to. They probably are referring to an Xbox 360 controller, but my Logitech controller was not detected at all. But otherwise, you have a couple of control schemes. You can play it with your WASD, you can play it with your arrow keys, you can play it with your mouse. And that's kind of a big deal because actually there's co-op in this game too as well. As far as display, you know, options go, you have some resolution control here. It does go up to 1080p, as you can see. And then also you have some options for 2-player split screen, how you want to have the screen split, or if you want it split at all, you can basically choose not to have it split. Like I said, there's that carnage thing, couple sound sliders, and then you can actually see the, well, objects that you've eaten in this game and they're what they look like, basically. They're sprites, pretty much. And that's kind of it for options. You can also create multiple game profiles. I just stuck with, you know, profile one. Matter of fact, I'll just rename it, which is actually very appreciative that they allowed me to rename it. I like that. I would hate to have had to start over again. Now, you could play 2-player, like I mentioned, and you don't even have to play 2-player, like, from level 1 and then go through all the boards again. If you've beaten all the boards as a level, you know, as a 1 player, you can go through those boards again as many times as you want with the 2nd player, and they don't have to unlock them all over again. So as you can see, by the way, this is the main map. This is kind of, has a little bit of iOS appy feel to it all. There's like stars, and you're going through levels over and over again, you know, growing and eating and growing over and over and over and over again. And you can see that I've pretty much gotten every single level, which there's a total of 50, and then there's a couple of bonus levels, which I have yet to do. Because the game is, it's stupidly, addictively fun, guys. That's the best way I can describe it. There's little cutscenes to kind of give you an idea of what the story is. Basically, the story of the game is don't overfeed your pets. Well, don't overfeed your fish specifically, because apparently they're all from, you know, Tokyo, Japan. They're all full of radiation. They're going to grow and apparently eat the world, which is literally something that happens, and it's kind of a very rewarding experience when you actually get to do that. It's kind of hilarious. So as you can see, every time I'm eating something, on the top left of the screen there's like a little meter that's telling you, hey, how big you're getting, and you can see that I've actually kind of gradually grown as I've begun eating this. Well, as you gradually grow and start eating more and more and more, well, your objectives will start to change. Like, for instance, I'm leaving. Forget you, little girl. I don't want to be your pet anymore. I'm going to go be with Mother Nature. And on the top right, we have a kind of like a timer. And basically telling you how long you've been playing the board. And that's how you kind of determine what your star rating will be, as it were. Depending on how many stars you get is how fast you beat the board. My goodness, that is a lot of blood, by the way. I think jacking up the carnage definitely did jack up the amount of blood here in the game. So this is literally the entire game, guys. You're playing the game with your WASD or your arrow key or your mouse. You're holding down one button, which is, for me, is my speed key, which is my space bar, and you're just flying around eating everything. And getting bigger and bigger to the point where you can eat the biggest thing on the board. Oh my god. Oh, look at that. Oh my god. The blood is spewing from his mouth. Oh my god. I didn't have the carnage meter turned up when I first played the game, so this is actually my first time kind of seeing the carnage meter jacked up to max, and it is freaking hilarious and totally worth it. So you get the basic idea. That is literally the entire game. Tasty Blue right there. You're eating, growing, eating, growing, eating, growing. Beat the game, that's it. But they do manage to kind of change things up occasionally. They add like little objectives. It's not always the exact same thing. And how you go about playing each board is always going to be a little bit different. You may have to like go down you may be falling from the sky suddenly. You could be having to eat from particular sources. You could have to, it's just, they always kind of trying to change things up. But essentially you're just doing the exact same things kind of over and over again. I will say that much. But you know what? That's, oh god, I'm eating people. Blood spews from my mouth. I will consume the world. Yes, eat wood. That's right, I ate some wood. You're kind of essentially doing the exact same things over and over again, but to be honest with you, that is the beautiful part and the kind of ridiculously stupid part of the game. And I know that's a weird way to phrase it, but basically it's kind of the beauty of the game. It is repetitive, but it's repetitive in a kind of a fun way if you're the type of person who can enjoy that type of thing. Every time you beat a board, of course, it's going to tell you what you ate, how you did in your timer, and it's going to give you your star rating and let you continue forward. You can also mouse the boards over. You can click them and see what it takes to get that 3-star rating. So as you can see, for me to get a 3-star rating on this board, I had to beat it in under 1 minute and 50 seconds, which I actually accomplished for that board. For this board, I'd have to beat under 20 seconds, which let's go ahead and try that now. This was before they taught me about the speed boost. I didn't know about it at the time here when I played this particular level. Take that, you damn dirty bird! Ow! You see, now that creature is slightly larger than me. Had this been on like brutal difficulty, I would have pretty much instantly died there and had to repeat that level over again. So you get the basic idea. I don't think I beat this board anywhere near fast enough. Did I beat it fast enough? Birdies! 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 Ugh. Come here, birds! Come here, you freaking bird! Oh, you're so pissing me off. Okay, I totally did not beat that time. I got 0 stars that time. I did terrible. So yeah, it's kind of like a demonic, corrupt, evil version of Echo the Dolphin. Back on the Sega Genesis. If anybody ever played Echo, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And you basically play through all these levels and you become different, aquatic life. You go from a goldfish, eventually you become a dolphin, And then from the dolphin, you become something called, what is it, micro shark? I forget what it was called. I think it was called micro shark. Yeah, you become micro shark. And micro shark is actually there to save the world from the rest of these guys. But as you can imagine, everything goes horribly wrong. There's like a weird slight story here. It's not that big a deal, though. It's not the main focus of the game. The focus of the game is just the stupidity of it all. So I'm going to actually show you one of the bonus levels here. And this is where I want to show you where they kind of change things up. You can see right now, we're falling through the sky. And by the way, this is one of my favorite tracks in this game because it's just so like stupidly relaxing, yet you're doing something ridiculous, which is eating planes. I'll just let you listen to that for a second. It's just such a weird soundtrack for this particular scene of me flying to the sky here, trying to eat planes while I fall to the ocean floor. Oh, got some bigger planes. And yes, you'll eat planes, you'll eat battleships. There really isn't anything these freaking dudes will not eat. It's just ridiculous. But you know what? It's stupid, ridiculous fun. And you know, if you can appreciate that type of humor, you can appreciate that type of repetitiveness, but it's still fun repetitiveness. And I can only imagine how fun this game would be playing it with somebody else. Actually, I was hoping to play it with somebody else, but I didn't get to, unfortunately. Now we're eating jumbo jets, which is hilarious. We are so freaking big. God in heavens. So big. So you get the basic idea of just how ridiculous some boards can be, and I really appreciate that because they try to change things up. It's not always the exact same thing, just over and over and over and over. The actions of what you're doing is essentially the same thing over and over, but the levels and how you go about them is always a little bit different. They always try to play with the concept of things. What the hell? Oh! Oh, this is like a Pac-Man! Oh, this is freaking awesome! This is amazing! There's like a Pac-Man level here, guys! That is pretty freaking sweet. See, that's some right there. That's some originality there. I can appreciate that type of level design here. I think this is absolutely hilarious. But it complements the game rather well. And that's what I liked about Tasty Blue, is that they kind of played with the concept. They did different things. It's not always the exact same thing over and over and over. They try to do level changes up quite a bit. I should also mention there is steamy goodness in this game, guys. There's Steam cards, Steam achievements, Steam leaderboards, the whole shebang. For people who are out there obsessed with that kind of Steam stuff out there, it is available for you to enjoy. It looks like we're just about done with the level here. And then I imagine we'll probably eat the people that were chasing us. Oh, we can already. We can actually eat them now. Ha ha ha! That's why they're staying away from me. They're like, oh my god, he's gonna eat us. Did I miss anything? Yeah, come here, you little bastard. Yes, I got 1 star, but who cares? I beat the level. And you can always come back and play those levels over and over again. Oh, okay, so this is just... Oh, God in heaven. Oh, my God. Okay, so they just like, oh, we're just going to jack up the difficulty. Holy crap. Oh, my goodness. This is nuts. So I imagine this is what Nightmare Mode feels like. Oh, God. Okay. Well, you get the basic idea of what the bonus levels are probably going to look like. And yeah, guys, you have that 2-player action here, guys. I wish there was really something more to say about the game, but there really isn't. It's just a very simplistic, fun game, guys. Graphically, it's nothing too amazing. Even though some of the models and the way they grow and the way they change, I think it's kind of neat. But graphically speaking, it's not the most diverse, amazing thing in the world. It's simple and clean. And kind of hilarious depending on what you're eating, either a person, a bear, or whatever have you. It just kind of gets ridiculous with the different things that you'll end up eating. And you'll pretty much eat just about anything you can imagine. You'll probably end up eating it at some point. Mer people, you know, boats, planes. Eventually you'll even eat the other stars of the game, for God's sakes, as you have to face them in mortal death combat. It's actually, I can imagine, would be very difficult in Nightmare Mode because they are trying to eat you while you're still trying to grow, and it gets pretty intense there. I can imagine on Nightmare Mode that would be very frustrating and very difficult to accomplish. And yeah, that's it. That's the simplicity of the game there, right there, guys. It has 2-player mode. I think you would have a lot of fun doing that. You have that 5 difficulties. The game itself is still very family friendly. Like I said, just turn off that carnage mode. It's simple to control. I haven't run into any bugs while playing the game. It's very well made. As far as replay value goes, it really just depends on how much you enjoy these type of simple games, guys. If you're a person who likes more complex games, if you're a person who doesn't like checking his brain at the door, you may not enjoy this as much. I obviously did. I beat every freaking level because it was just stupidly fun and addictive, guys. So I just want to say big thanks to the developer for a chance to check out this title. Thank you for watching. Remember to subscribe and share, and I'll keep bringing you awesome indie games, guys. If you really enjoyed this video, maybe consider hitting up that tip jar if you're feeling generous of heart. All tips go to improving the channel or future giveaways, guys. Till next time, guys, eat a lot of stuff and grow, apparently, and play more indie games.